Happy summer, beautiful people. It is me, Dr. Sylvia Bowley, here for another episode of Embrace You Hot Topics in Weight Loss. I am super excited to be here with you. Please let me know where you're checking in from. Write it in the chat. As you know, I am based in the DC metro area. I am actually traveling, but couldn't leave y'all without an episode. So we are going to be talking about a topic that is real life for many people because we are in the summer season. We are in the travel season. How are you going to stay healthy, whole, happy while traveling? Stay on track during travel. So we are talking about embrace staying on track during travel, staying on track with your wellness and with your weight goals if that's your goal. So as you're checking in, if you're new to this Embrace You space, I hope you're not new. You know what we do here. We talk about not just the facts around weight loss, but also the feelings as well with the body, mind, spirit perspective. And why do we do that? Because I am Dr. Sylvia Bowley. I'm your dual board certified integrative obesity medicine specialist or bariatrician. I'm the best-selling author of Embrace You and the founder of Embrace You Weight and Wellness, where we combine self-love with personalized science so that you can live at lighter in body, mind, and spirit. And we do that through innovative individualized tools and making sure that each person is treated as uniquely as you are, because there is no one size fits all approach to weight loss or wellness. And that's what we make sure that you get that individualized attention. So I am super excited that blackdoctor.org lets me be here to talk about these things. And so without further ado, let's get to this week's topic. So staying on track during travel. Yes. Now, if you don't know, I have personally been on my own weight loss term wellness gain journey for now 8 years. And travel was something that always used to throw me off because I am a recovering perfectionist. Any perfectionist recovering out there, recovering people pleaser, put it up here. But I know y'all are out there. I know y'all, my people, were here because I work with y'all. A lot of people every day, and just talking being in this space. And so summer, while it's wonderful, right, to get refreshed, I hosted, this was actually during winter, the Mom's Oasis retreat with Dr. Diane Lake, like we did this last year. Like, while it's wonderful to get away from retreats, while it's wonderful to go vacation, family vacation, all of it, it really throws you off your schedule. And this being thrown off your schedule, it combined with the mindset that, oh, it's vacation, so I get to eat whatever, I get to do whatever I will do, like that kind of thing, that can really sabotage all the efforts that you've made during your weight loss journey or your wellness journey. Now, I want to be clear because weight loss and wellness are two kind of separate things. And it's important we talk about that, especially when this vacation mindset comes up, because of the fact that wellness just has to do with your total well-being, right? But you may or may not be trying to affect the scale or make changes in the scale. Now, body, mind, spirit wellness is the foundation of any health change, any positive health change. There's a lot of negative health changes out there, but so it's the foundation of it. But it may or may not be associated with weight loss or scale gain. So if you're trying to lose weight, that there's a few other different techniques you need to do. So watch my earlier shows. When it comes to vacation time, what we're going to be talking about is I'm going to be telling you the body, mind, spirit tips to make sure that you can stay on track. But I really want you to know during vacation, you're not taking a vacation from everything you're doing, but you're really prioritizing the wellness part of it. So that may mean, and this might be controversial, some of y'all might log off, oh, she ain't talking about the scale, she ain't talking about like detox, I'm gonna cut them. Like, so you but stay with me. That may mean during your vacation, we're not really checking for the scale, but we're prioritizing those wellness things because those wellness factors are going to make sure when you come back, that the scale's intact if you are focused on a weight goal. Are you still with me? I know that's a little deep, but I want you to get that point because that's going to help as we're building this travel strategy. Okay. So this travel strategy is something that is proven. It works. I've done it myself. I do it with the incredible embracers that I've worked with for the past 3 years. And everyone says, thank you, Dr. Sylvia, when we do it. So consider yourself, this is a gift to you that I'm giving you here in the Embrace You Hot Topics just for your faithfulness in watching me, or for those new people, welcome. So let's talk about, so the Embrace You Travel strategy really that is helpful. So get your pen and paper out, take some notes. And if you really want to go deeper, then you need to join us in the Embrace You Facebook group because we'll be talking more about this month. All right. But let's start with action instead of starting with the body, since this is a little bit different from my other Embrace You shows, that I'm going to give you a lot of really practical tips. We got about 16 minutes? Okay. So I'm going to give you some really practical tips. So I first want to start with the mindset. So number one, like I said, with the mindset, is in the mind section. So when instead of this whole idea of I'm going on vacation so I can eat whatever, do whatever, that where that comes from, that mindset show that could be a sign that you are actually too restricted when you are living your regular life, right? Because vacation should just accent what you're already enjoying or what you're already doing. So I want to first pose to you that if you're going into the vacation thinking that, oh, I get to do all these things I can't do, already we need to shift that mindset in your regular life from I can't do that to I can add these things to make it healthier. So I want you to go into your vacation saying like, how can I enhance my wellness? How can I enhance my enjoyment without needing food or alcohol or all of these things, right? Because in your life, there is already enough enjoyment if you're eating the foods you enjoy and that you indulge in. So how can you add more on your vacation, really enjoy the people you're with? If you're going with people, how can you enjoy yourself, connecting with yourself? That's the spirit part of it on this trip. If you're a God person, how can you enjoy it being with God? So these are the things on the vacation as opposed to focusing on the food. Okay, so the focus of this trip is really about enhancing those deep connections with yourself. Now you're going to get to enjoy, okay? And we're going to talk about that during the vacation. How do you indulge? And you're going to get to enjoy. But let's be clear for the mindset and the spiritual perspective that going into this, you're already thinking that how can I add more well-being, more wellness into my life? That sound good to you? Write it, type in the chat, let me know. All right, so so that's the mindset we're going in without having to focus on food. Now, as we are preparing, we need to be really practical though, because especially if you're early in your journey, like I said, I've been 8 years on this weight and wellness journey. So some things are second nature. And I always have to go back to Sylvia or Dr. Sylvia, who started this out at 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, or with the people that I work with that are just early in your transition. And it is a transition to living this lifestyle. So we need to be practical, and this is where the body part's going to come in, and we need to plan and prepare. So number one, how are you traveling? Are you taking a car? Are you taking a train? Are you taking a flight? Pack meals and snacks. Look, like a lot of us, we're like, okay, when we make it, I'm never bringing my own food anywhere. I know I used to think this like, oh, it's such a luxury to be able to buy out, because it was always like my dad, where we had these road trips. Yeah, we would get 1 or 2 stops, but we would like pack a big cooler of stuff and have everything. I was like, when I'm bougie, I'm never doing that. That's what I think. So we got to reframe this mindset, right? Like actually, I used to have a teacher who used to say, proper preparation prevents poor performance. And that's what I want to remind you. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. So bringing those snacks with you. I always travel with my protein bars. I am Embrace You is partnered with the oldest nutrition company here in the United States, and I love their non-GMO, organic, um, tasty protein bars. And so I always bring those with me wherever I go. Now, recently, I was not prepared because I did not calculate how much I would be traveling, and I ended up at the airport trying to search for a protein bar. Can't stand it. Okay. So, because I get real nerdy, y'all. I'll be like, look, she comes out, she's like, and the perfectionist, she wants to know, oh my gosh, is there GMO ingredients in it? Is there fake sugar in it? All of these things. And so I start getting all caught up about in the hour for like 20, 40 minutes, about to miss my flight. Anyway, so just want to remind you, proper preparation really can help give you positive performance. I don't like poor performance. So positive performance. So bring those snacks with you that are going to be helpful for you. Think about what you might crave. So a lot of times, the number one thing you really need to be prepared for is fluid, y'all. We being underhydrated is going to lead you to go for those chips, going to lead you to go for those other salty snacks. Being too stressed out, not having a stress relief with you, like in the car, on the plane, on it, that is not food, is going to lead you to go for the sweet, going to lead you to go for the really fatty. So making sure that you're prepared, like by being hydrated, having some snacks with you, but also that you have things with you from the mind category to control your stress on the trip as well that are not food related, because if you don't, then that's when you're going to reach for that. So that makes sense for you. And we talked a lot about emotional eating. You can get the freebie on my website about conquering emotional eating. You can check back at some of the older videos where we talk about it, but this is a big trigger with travel. Now, also with your vacation, you want to make sure that you choose your lodging or where you're staying really well. There's another thing they can do to prepare ahead of time, like, will you be cooking meals? That is always easier. But if you're like, part of my vacation and part of my wellness is I don't want to cook, that's cool. But then be thinking about, okay, then it's time to check out, okay, where can I order more helpful food for takeout around me? Or maybe I still want a refrigerator, so I just have some quick stuff to grab. So I want to bring my blender so I can make my shakes, I can make my smoothies, like have easy food around you. Or delegate for somebody in the trip to help you with it. Now, don't forget fitness as well. Pack your workout clothing. I'm like, oh, I didn't bring my shoes, I can't work out. So pack that workout clothing with you and choose a location that makes fitness easier. I am not a gym lover. I do always make sure that where I'm staying has a gym just in case I have to go in that is safe. But I also love staying near places that have sidewalks, that have trails, parks, all of these things. And then even having your laptop, having in-room videos, this can really, really help. And try to build some fitness into the trip. Like when you're going with the family, maybe there can be a walking tour. Maybe do a family bike ride. We did one time on a trip, we did the like boardwalk bike, like where everybody pedals. Now that is a workout. Okay. So building these things to kind of make it fun. And then sleep optimization, y'all. If you're traveling kids, again, I used to try to save by getting those little rooms with 2 queen beds. I might be saving money, but like I was not saving my stress level. Okay. So the suite, if you can afford it, is worth the investment. Like even if the hotel has to go down a star so that I could get a suite for us to be at different rooms, it's worth it because like so think about these things and then think about like how long you want to be in these sleeping arrangements, because you need to get that sleep. So water, workout clothes, decreasing the stress level by bringing stuff to get the stress out, and then sleep optimization by those rooming habits. That's the big things to do for preparing before. Now, during your vacation, fix your focus. What do I mean by that? This is going back to that mindset. Fix your focus. Focus on your time with yourself, with your friends, with your family, not on food. So many times, especially if you're going to visit family in these environments, I know there are those food pushers, food is being pushed on you, and you're like focused on that. But remember that what is the purpose of this? How is this nourishing your spirit, nourishing your wellness? And it's about being connected and reconfirming those connections with the people you're around. And you're like, yeah, that's real, but you don't know that pound cake. That pound cake is so good. All right, if you choose to indulge in the pound cake, go for it. Okay. Yes. Ooh, she said it. I'm giving you it. But you get, there's 3 indulgence categories, and I've talked about this before. You get to choose one out of your 3 indulgence categories. So sweet, savory, spirits. Okay. So which of the 3 are you indulging in? So if you're going to go with grandma's pound cake, have a serving size. But then remember that then you're probably not, it's up to you. But if you really want to stay on track, then indulging in the spirits and then indulging in savory is not going to be as helpful for you. So really choose, or you need to cut the portions in each of those. So really choose like where you want to indulge during your vacation, and look at the days ahead and think, okay, this may be an indulgence time. This may be one, this may not be. So kind of planning, again, going back to that planning and preparing. Now, make sure vacation. So often, again, I talk about the 4 C's of spiritual wellness all the time, went into last time, but remember that we talked about connecting with yourself, community, charity, and then also creativity. Vacation is a great time to nourish your spiritual wellness. So make time for yourself and really replenish those parts that you don't get a chance to take the time. And you're like, how am I going to do this? Again, I have a young family with young kids. So that may mean me getting up earlier in the morning. That may mean me bargaining with hubby so that we can have, or whoever your partner you're traveling with, like that may mean bargaining so that you can have some trade-off of alone time. But it's so important because this is also going to help you stay on track with your food goals, with your fitness goals, and help your replenish your spirit and your stress. Now, avoid grazing. So all the snacks and things like that. And the main way that you're going to do that is by water. Water. Okay, too much. Okay, so yes, but you need to drink your water. Okay, so making sure that you have that water bottle with you, bring it with you so that you can stay hydrated. Look, I said it in every section. I've said it every section because it's so important during the summertime. Like this is a big time that people don't. Now, let's talk about, so the main thing during the vacation is to focus on family, friends, spending time with yourself. If you choose to indulge, you're going to choose which category you want to: sweet, savory, spirits, and you're going to choose the times. Try to limit it to no more than 3 times during your vacation, and then avoiding grazing by staying well hydrated. Okay. Last but not least, once you return, oh, this is sad, or it might be, yay, finally I'm back. Okay, so once you return, then the whole thing is maybe things didn't go as tracked. This is I hear all the time, we had this strategy, but it didn't go perfectly. I did about 80%, did about 90%. Okay, whatever happened, people say, what stays in Vegas stays in Vegas. What stays happen on vacation stays on vacation. So you're like, no, it didn't. It came back with me on the scale. All right, that's fine. We'll fix it. But what you can do to be lighter immediately, you want to know what you can do to be lighter immediately when you come from your vacation, even if you quote unquote messed up or you didn't stay on track with it. What you can do to be lighter is release the guilt. So I want you to release the guilt and just embrace returning back to your weight and wellness strategy. Reflect on how you can improve next time and remember that you're making progress. Trust the process. Look, I love to quote used to attribute it to the very wise philosopher Drake, but now I now know that it's actually Big Sean. There are no mistakes in life, only lessons, right? So do like the planet and plan it out. Okay, so do like the solar system and plan it out. So there are no mistakes, just lessons. Okay, so I want you to know that whatever happened, that was another chapter in the book of you. Embrace you, right? So that you know for next time, okay, maybe what I need to do is bring a bigger water bottle. Maybe what I need to do is not hang around my cousins and them at this time of night because it's not going to go right. Like, so different things, find different activities to do. So just write down what those reflections are. Alrighty, y'all. This has been fantastic. And I hope that I have given you the confidence you need to go on your vacation, to travel, and know that you're not going to self-sabotage. So last but not least, let's wrap up with that all important mindset shift. So remember, for the mindset shift, I'm really going to go back to the fundamentals that I started with, which is remembering what this vacation is about. So release, I get to go on the vacation to eat what I want, and embrace I get to go on the vacation to nourish my body, mind, and spirit. This vacation is a time to reconnect with yourself, to reconnect with others, to reconnect with God, nature, just those things that are important to you. So really that's that wellness mindset and that wellness well-being. So what I want to challenge you to do is to go ahead and choose that one thing that you're going to do to prepare for your vacation. Maybe you've already gone on vacation, maybe we have one coming up. So what part of everything I talked about today really resonated with you? And let me know. Let me know here, yes, in the comments, but if you really want to connect and go deep, join us over in the Embrace You Facebook group. So Embrace You Embrace You Happy, Healthy Weight Loss and Foodie Tips. So join us over there. We're going to be talking and continuing this conversation and making sure that you're well prepared, not just for your summer travel, but any vacation travel that you go on. So again, it's been real. It's been awesome being here with you. I can't wait to see your comments. I can't wait to see your key takeaway. Let me know, body, mind, spirit, before, during, after the vacation. What are you going to do? Let me know what that top takeaway is, and looking forward to seeing you back here for another episode of Embrace You Hot Topics and Weight Loss. Again, it has been me, your host, Dr. Sylvia Godson-Bowley, your dual board certified integrative bariatrician, a best-selling author of Embrace You, and the founder of Embrace You Weight and Wellness, where we combine self-love and personalized science to help you live lighter in body, mind, spirit through individualized tools. So looking forward to connecting. See you next time. Bye. Water, 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 water. Water. Okay, sorry. I always got to leave you with the song. Bye, y'all.